Just
All right. So, hi everyone. Oh, hello. Let's get that audio off. Hi everyone. Um, so I am working on a shot here tonight, and I think if you've been sort of following this channel and what I've been doing is I've been working on this shot as I have a little time here and there, just to sort of do some fun animation and just sort of exercise those skills. And I'm just going to jump right into where I was on this. There's a scene with her and another guy. He's turned off currently. I'm just going to play blast her most recent action. She's in like a blocking phase right now.
quick.
Let me just turn up the volume. Sorry about that.
Just real quick. Can I ask why no glass? Just real quick. Can I ask why no glass? Just real quick. Can I ask why no glass?
Okay, so that's where we are. Just as a quick reminder, um, within this shot, here's our guy that she's talking to, and he is wearing glasses that don't have glass in them. I'm going to turn him off, and yeah. So I'm just going to work, and if you have questions, please feel free to jump in and ask them. Questions are always welcome. So I think a lot of this is going to be this idea of sort of anticipation of these motions. I think that's probably what's going to happen tonight. I might do this bit with the hands, or she's going to do this type of thing with the hands. Before I started streaming, I did add this slight pre-anticipation, anticipation, then this pose, which is sort of technically my extreme, I guess. And this is the settled. And the hands are hopefully tracking on an arc. I should take a look at those real quick. I'm using the grease pencil. If you're not familiar with that, it's a great tool. Which I really love. This is a big sort of change in profile here. Really could use a frame almost in between those. Like, what's the breakdown between there and there? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that's what I'll work on here. So I'm using this GUI picker. This is from animationrigs.com. I have it as access to be an alumni from Animation Mentor, which is an online animation school, if you want to learn about that. And if you are someone who is used to my channel for sitar videos and guitar videos, and you want to talk about guitar and you want to talk about sitar or any of that other stuff, leave a question. Let's chat, because I got time here. I had a sitar lesson tonight, which was really it was brutal. If you've been watching some of my videos on that, you know that in the last two videos, I think it was, live streams of my practice, I was really talking about how I needed to work on my strength in my right hand. And that was really, I asked, what are some, whoops, why do I keep doing this? See, I'm talking now, I can't work. Some exercises for that. And he really gave me some great but really exhausting exercises. So right now I'm using this tween key tool here, and I am, if you look at my frames down here, I've added this sort of breakdown frame in between these two poses here and then here. And the tween key, I'm sort of just sitting like, well, what's the midpoint of that? Which is obviously not where I want to go. But it's a starting point for me to start looking at sort of where this hand might fall. And then I'll do the body. I want to sort of build an arc for this hand first, and then I'll actually do the body, which is a little bit inverted from how I normally would handle this how I normally would handle just poses. I usually try to start from the root when possible. Alright, so oh yeah. So these fingers I'm gonna bring this might be a little hard to see. Let me go into my other view here. Unfortunately, this rig does not allow you to turn off your other arm very easily, so I'm just going to try to ignore it for now, although it's definitely in the way. I could just do this. Sorry, I could just do this, and we'll just pretend that it's not there. Come on, this mouse is horrible. It's a older Apple mouse, but the buttons are really sticking. So just ignore this hand when it jumps. We're only looking at this now. Alright. So I'm going to try to have these fingers that are curling, they're going to move a little bit faster into their pose. And then, oops, wrong window. So here are my arcs here, so where my hand is sort of tracking. Hey, Grey Wolf. Yeah, it's been a while. Did a couple live streams with the shot I think it was last week, but I just really haven't had time to work on it. But I appreciate you coming back and checking out what's going on. Hopefully you will remember what was happening with the shot last time around. So right now I'm looking at this hand here and sort of tracking its arcs. Change color here so I can just see. So I think this is, it's definitely, like I said, it's really in the middle between the two. I'm going to choose to weight at one side here. Okay, and I'm going to clear my grease pencil. And I'm going to try draw this again, and I want to just focus on this top point. So you can see it's going between left, straight up, and then back. This is not an arc, and I want it to make an arc. So I want this key, this end pose, because I liked this with him. And I liked sort of the pose that I had done in the reference, sort of trying to maintain that. Pretty long time to cushion here as well. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see I cleared out this, opened this hand a little bit. Change my color so I can see a little better here. Come on, grease pencil. Work with me, grease pencil. Work with me. There we go. So I'm going to try to track. I cannot talk. Track this first finger. You can see it goes out now. So almost an arc. This needs to happen. So I'm just going to play blast this little section. And obviously it's just been the hand poses that have been moving. And okay. Pull this over. We'll keep the audio off. So we don't need to hear it, we'll just sort of watch. So her finger looks like it's growing. That's one thing. That's something weird there. And now it's too smooth. It's losing its sort of snap. So remember, here's where the last one was. Just jump to this section, sorry. A lot of little things to fix. So let's see what's going on with this. So our finger looks like it's growing, I think. So let's just setting these back to the values of the previous frame. I just think this has to do with the angle of this. Yeah, it's the way the finger's angled. It changes a lot. What's going on in this view? Yeah, like so this is more how I want it. Yeah, so I actually sort of need to go the other direction in how I'm going to copy over these values. So I'm going to select these nodes again. Actually tell it to copy from the previous frame. And then I think some of this curl, I'm going to weight this finger back towards the previous frame as well. This will hopefully give me some of that snap back. She's already got the finger somewhat pointed because it's her hand's open. So I think the illusion is more to do with the other fingers curling too early. One, two, three. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Well, we let this play blast. It's an opportunity for me to fix my position on camera. Alright. Well, the snap is a little bit more there, but the finger still feels like it grows. So let's figure this out. Okay. I think it's just this frame. This feels really long. I'm going to reset these values. Sorry, 1 second. Now these are all just a reverse curl happening. So instead of using the curl command, I'm going to just manually pose the joints. Which, if you've watched some of the previous streams when I talked about hands, you know that this rig, I'm not a huge fan of the way the what's it called? The way the hands are, like the curl on the fingers is really, I think, extreme. Alright, let's just track the arcs. So I'm going to also track this wrist arc. Yeah. This is crazy. Alright. So let's revise this arc to here. This here, so hopefully now get a little bit more. So I don't know why I'm gonna actually, what am I doing? This is not one of those nights where it's just like, what am I doing? Okay. Alright. Yeah, my hand, where is it on camera? This hand, hello, I think it just got cut off. This hand, for me, just personally, my hand is really tired from my music lesson. Alright, so if I'm looking at the wrist here, I'm okay with that pacing and spacing for now. Okay with the fingers that curl. Pointing finger still feels a little like it stretches and drags. I think that has to now. Oh. Start my frame, stop my frame. Stop my frame, stop my frame. Yeah, this is... So if we look here, yeah, okay. Alright, sorry, this finger is just really driving me crazy. I want to just get this to look like it's not stretching. It just looks ridiculous. Yeah, I'm turning that off. Start simple again. Okay, so I'm tracking the arc of this finger here as she makes this gesture. And this finger is all over the place. So I'm just looking to cushion this landing of this pose for the hand. I'm okay with that. Now I just gotta get these fingers to... I like this end pose. This is garbage now, obviously, because I just deleted everything. This was supposed to be in our extreme. So I'm just resetting the values on this finger. Okay. Let's do another play blast. So once again, I'm just trying to get the... let's track these wrists first. Tracking this path of the wrist to make sure that it's moving on a pleasant arc and to figure out what feels jumpy or funny. See, these are where our cushion or ease out sort of is. This anticipation. boom, this is the big movement. And then she's easing out of that. And then I also want to track then how the tip of the finger is. And I think it's working. I play blast it and it doesn't appear to be. Okay, I'm slouching in my chair. You probably can't see me, which I'm sure is why you all tune in to watch me. Sort of not that many viewers tonight. Alright, I guess it's late. It's almost 2 a.m. So I guess I can forgive you all. Animation is hard. It's tedious. It's time consuming. My face is not in the thing. There we go. Animation is hard and tedious and time consuming. This is a great example of a night where, you know, I sort of wasn't even sure what I was going to start off doing tonight. How I would want to approach the shot. Well, there's definitely some issues here that'll need to be fixed, but I'm going to leave it for now and sort of deal with that stuff a little bit later. I might just key a couple of these this thumb just a little bit. Her thumb doesn't move at all until this last pose and the last frame, it should. Okay. Oh yeah, we gotta do this other fix this hand. Yeah. Whoopsers. This hand should probably be a little bit easier. Right. It's keyed on these frames. It's moving in a way that made me think it was not. Okay. Let's just take a peek at that. Hopefully this is helpful. I don't know. I've seen sort of, it's been interesting in the sort of viewership of these videos. Not very high, didn't really expect it to be, and then all of a sudden it'll get a lot of traction for a while, and I'll get a lot of comments or views on an older video, and that sort of inspires me to say like, oh, I guess someone's watching, people are finding this helpful, or entertaining, or something. So this other hand was a lot easier. So the hand on the screen left with the finger point, that feels weird to me. I feel like the fingers, it's like moving in weird like space towards and away. It doesn't feel like she's staying within the same sort of rotational plane. That's just something I would fix up and clean up later. Okay. Not going to worry about her fingers right yet. For the most part, I sort of liked the delay and the pacing on them, so once I go into a later like spline pass, I'll be just dealing with the nightmare that is trying to clean that up, so. Not myself, I just felt like I needed to do something. Yeah, so if you're someone who watched this video 6 months from now, or 3 months from now, or a year, or 2, or whatever, I don't know, this was cool, leave a comment. I think part of it's because like I know if I was been like in high school a million years ago and this had been something I could have watched someone do animation, I think it would have been really interesting for me. So or if you can't fall asleep, you know, you watch this, you listen to me ramble, 'cause I feel obligated to talk even when I probably wouldn't normally. Cool. There's going to be another huge problem here with her elbow. Ugh. So, her elbow's going into the table. Quite a bit. So for me to fix that, this of course changes the intent of this pose though. But you know, maybe it also can go with the feeling that Her weight is pushing into the table. Well, these are tough calls to sort of just make sometimes. I don't even know if like this is, I'm sure I'm going along this path or not. It's a great thing that someone said once, which is like, I learned this at Animation Mentor. If you have like an idea and you want to see if it works, you know, say, okay, do a save and give yourself 15 minutes. Like this isn't going to work, I can tell already. But just give yourself 15 minutes and just try it. And if it doesn't work, stop and go back to your last file. You know, I think this is mostly just going to need to do an arm swing. I, of course, didn't do a save as, so now I'm paying a little bit of the price for. Okay, so the other thing is on this hand control here, I have, where is it? A arm twist, which I'll use now. Yeah, like that's not going to work either. I have to do a conjunction sort of these two things, so I'm going to save this for another time. Because I don't want to go down this rabbit hole right now. I'll do this probably not streaming, because I'm going to need to do a couple experiments and tests, because it's going to affect how the arcs are moving. That's going to be one of them. This is one of those things that's really difficult. Like when you know that there's an error. Excuse me. You know there's like an error, let's say, something that you need to adjust and fix, and what happens is you focus on, okay, let me get this motion right, let me get the hand position right, so or the fingers right, on like these little tiny details of just trying to make it have a pleasing arc so the eye can follow it, and then you realize the elbow's not right, the shoulder's not right, or the hips right. And this is, like I was saying in the beginning of this video, and this is maybe the big takeaway from this, as I was saying that I was going to just sort of pose these hands out and then go back and fix the body. And ultimately I probably should have done what I normally do, which would be to pose out the body to make sure it was driving from the hips, through the spine, through the shoulders, through the arms, to the hands. I didn't do that tonight. And so now I think I'm going to have a little bit of a, that's going to come back to haunt me a touch. So let me go look at my graph editor here. And this was, like I said, you know, it's like you get, I don't know if I said it or not, but it's like you get excited. You want to work on the shot. there's a moment happening and you want to just kind of like dig into it, and you cut a corner somewhere, and then suddenly you realize that that's going to really throw you off. So, a little bit of my own fault. I'm going through now and I'm just working on some of those body elements, neck and head here. And then her shoulders. I'm looking at the graph editor, I can see like where I didn't key an element there. Alright, let's do a quick play blast of this again. And then we will have something to play back, and maybe that'll just be it for tonight, you know. We'll see. Oh, spinning beach ball, spinning beach ball. Hope I saved. There it is, okay. Alright, so there we are there. And let's go back to something earlier here, maybe. Or more of these. There we go. Ah, yes. Back to here. And our more recent one. Little shoulder pop here that's a little strong. Let's see what that is. We'll let that shoulder let it lead the action a bit more. Okay. Quick play blast of that again. Alright. I feel like I should sing a song or something. Something entertaining. But I don't have one. Okay. So, oh, let me delete that. It's a little bump in here in the motion. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe an anticipation that's a little strong. Oh, hello. That would be why. My GUI picker crashed or hit on me there. Oh, that's the guy. Oh, there we go. So this anticipation of it going down is maybe a little much. Okay. So let's save this shot. I haven't done so tonight. So 50 minutes in. That's so. Here's tonight's lessons. Here they are. One. Don't get ahead of yourself. Think of the root and drive from the hips. Work your way up the spine, through the shoulders, through the elbows, to the hands, through to the fingers. Let that chain reaction or that physical thing happen from the core. Don't just try to like pose out nice things and then go back and fix it, because I think I kind of was able to clean it up pretty fast tonight, but probably will contribute some problems once I go to spline. I'm sure of that. And then the other thing too is don't wait 51 minutes before you save. Always save. So luckily didn't lose anything tonight. I'm sure I just jinxed myself, but yeah. So let's, oh, see, I should have been saying all this while I had the Jules geometry on, while I was play blasting this, so we could just get a sense of how this scene, or the shot, was now playing. So while that clicks away, yeah. I think that my hope for what I'm going to try to do with these, and if you're watching this video on the replay, you know, please leave a comment and let me know. And if you're watching live, certainly jump in and tell me. For this series of videos, how many days a week would you like to see them? 1 day a week, every day? My hope is that sort of I'm going to work on this a little bit more until I maybe get some other inspiration to do a short film, or I have something more developed with my script that I'm working on, and then I will move from just doing generic shots and I'll actually just start animating on my movie, and you'll be able to watch that project sort of happen in real time. I'm thinking I want to do like a really short, like something. I'm watching sort of the shorts that Pika Petey has been doing. He sent some people my way after one of his live streams, which was great. But I've since come to learn that he's like, there's a live stream every night. He's just animated whatever the next, 30-second, 1 minute long short is gonna be, and then he's talking to people, and then he just posts the video. He makes all the live streams private after the fact, which is also an interesting thing too. So they sort of get them while it's hot, but I don't know what my next plan is. Anyways, here's our video with some audio. Let's watch how this segment is now unfolding.
Just real quick, can I ask why no glass? Just real quick, can I ask why no glass? Just real quick, can I ask why no glass? Just real quick, can I ask why no glass? Just real quick, can I ask why no glass? Just real quick, can I ask why no glass? Just real quick, can I ask why no glass? Just real quick, can I ask why no glass? Just real quick, can I ask why no glass? Just real quick, can I ask why no glass? All right, so there we are. That is going to be it for tonight's live stream.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm on Patreon, so if you want to support these and support the other videos I'm doing and the upgrades that I've been making to this channel, please feel free to join me over there. Patreon is crowdfunding for creatives, and it has been fantastic. Thank you to everyone who is already supporting this endeavor. All right, have a great night, and I will talk to everyone else soon. Bye-bye.